Over the last decade, the charter school movement gained significant foothold in New York. The movement hoped to set a national example. If charter schools could make it in a deep blue state like New York, they could make it anywhere. Over 100,000 students in the city's charter schools are doing well on state tests, and tens of thousands are on waiting lists. But the election of this November, suggested that the golden era of charter schools is over. The insurgent Democrats did well across New York, but especially in the state Senate, have repeatedly expressed hostility to the movement, close quote. And Tom Sowell responds to that set of facts how?
Oh, that really is one of the moral outrages, that for many kids who are cut from a very poor background and whose parents may not have had much education, a decent education is the one thing they have to have a better life. And these schools have been absolutely spectacular.
The charter schools.
The charter schools, the successful ones. Now, there are a few that weren't. But for example, a few years ago, on the statewide, New York statewide math tests, there was an elementary school, grade 4, I believe, in Harlem, whose students passed those tests at a higher rate than any fourth grade kids anywhere in the state of New York. I mean, we're talking Scarsdale, Briarcliff, places like that. The Success Academy schools as a whole, their students pass both the math and the English statewide tests at a higher rate than any school district in the entire state of New York. The vast majority of the kids in the Success Academy schools are either black or Hispanic. If you look at the 5 highest scoring school districts in the state in terms of the percentage of the students who pass the math or the English tests, their average family income ranges from four times that of the kids in the Success Academy schools to more than 9 times the family income of the kids in the Success Academy schools. And yet the mayor of New York is doing his darndest to put a stop to the expansion of schools in general, but his special ire is aimed at the Success Academy schools. And this is happening all over the country.
Because they make the teachers' unions look bad that run the public schools? What's the political motivation? Why would Mayor de Blasio have an out for the charter schools, such as Success Academy?
Well, the teachers' union are the major reason. And we're talking about the money they contribute, the number of votes they contribute. And the schools, and what's happening, again, not just in New York, but in other parts of the country, including California, is that there's all kind of chicanery to prevent the charter schools from expanding. That's why you have tens of thousands on the waiting list. Right. It's not that the charter schools aren't willing to expand, but every conceivable obstacle is put in their way. Because if you let that go at the natural pace, it would be very hard for the public schools to compete. And one of the things they're doing is imposing the same kinds of restrictions on the charter schools that made the public schools so bad. For example, restrictions on being able to get rid of kids who are running amok and ruining the education of everybody else. And the charter schools don't tolerate that. The things that are tolerated in the public schools are unbelievable.
So when I asked you a moment ago, how do we bring back the standards of the Harlem in which you grew up, the answer is that's a hard thing to do. But we do know how to do one thing. We do know how to establish schools where the kids in present-day Harlem have a shot. They have a chance of getting a good education.
Yeah, you don't have to bring back the past, even if you could, because we have it in the present. We have this happening.
And so we know how to do that, and the Democratic establishment in New York wants to shut it down.
Yes. And the Republican establishment stands mute.
Stands mute.